I think it's safe to say this was a weird year for E3. After a year of complete absence due to the pandemic, it seems like a lot of people were hoping for a strong show to make up for the wait, and instead we got a pretty mixed event. Overall, it was pretty fine, with some crazy highs, embarrassing lows, and a whole lot of in between. But there was one standout among all the different presentations this year that I haven't heard anybody else really talking about. Limited Run Games' presentation. For those of you who don't know, Limited Run Games is a video game publisher who primarily focuses on releasing physical editions of games that would usually otherwise struggle to find a publisher willing to do so, mostly for high-quality indie titles and niche retro releases. I didn't expect much going in, but honestly, Limited Run might have won E3 for me this year. And to explain why, I prepared this reenactment of my initial reaction to said presentation. Enjoy. What is this, the lighthouse? Okay, now we're getting into the real presentation. Let's see what these guys have to say.
Welcome everyone to Limited
Run Games. We've got a great presentation for you today. Are you all excited?
Alright, that was kind of funny. Honestly, the style of the presentation is somewhat similar to the Devolver Digital presentations that they've been doing the last few years. The sort of Adult Swim style of comedy and tone. It's pretty consistently funny. Alright, these guys are being all funny and ironic, standard stuff. And they decide to cut the fucking bullshit and announce a re-release of Zombies Ate My Neighbors. And Ghoul Patrol, I guess. But Zombies Ate My Neighbors, though. I've heard legends told of this game as a co-op masterpiece that was cutting up the rug with shuffling corpses back when Left 4 Dead was still in its dad's balls. Very excited to be able to play this in some form that doesn't cost an arm and a leg. For now, at least. Physical Super Hot! Finally giving this classic a place in the material realm. That's probably going to be the full extent of a couple of the announcements during this thing, but hey, that's pretty much what you can always expect from Limited Run. So, all 27,000 of the classic Kunio-kun games are getting a digital release, including a bunch that haven't been outside Japan before. This is the series that spawned Double Dragon and River City Ransom, so there's some retro titles that you might want to look into, just for curiosity's sake, if you like either of those franchises. A pretty neat surprise. I can't imagine we'll have any more Kunio-kun / River City related news at the show that'll be cooler than this. I spoke too soon! An updated English translation of the game that inspired River City Girls? River City Girls was one of the best beat-em-up games I've seen in years. Playing the game that inspired it with updated presentation sounds like a treat. Okay, calling now, that's gotta be the best Kunio-kun news of the night. Way forward, I shouldn't have doubted you for a second. River City Girls 2 is coming. It will have at least 4 playable characters, probably more. It'll have online co-op straight from launch. Honestly, between this and that Advance Wars remake, Way Forward might not have won E3, but they're definitely near the top of the leaderboard this year. Night Dive seems to have remastered a boomer shooter called Strive that not I nor anybody I know has ever heard of. So, business as usual for them. Very good to know. All the Shantae games are coming to PS5, including the recent re-release of the Game Boy Color original. This is great news, if a little confusing. I mean, they are all really good games, but I just don't see what the point is of a PS5 port for these games, when they already have a perfectly functional Google Stadia port for several of the games that was released a few months back. You got a perfectly good Google Stadia right there, Way Forward, what's the matter? Remaster of Blood Rain Betrayal? I would make another joke about how Way Forward is awesome, but I think you get the point by now, and I don't want to repeat myself too much. Honestly, this is just really neat. I never got to play this game, but from what I've heard, it's like the best Blood Rain games. It was that. I was gonna put a clip of Blubberella by Uwe Boll in here, but upon reflection, decided against it. Haven appears at first glance to be a game that's about 40% flying around a gorgeous-looking alien planet to discover its secrets while fighting giant beasts, and about 60% watching a couple cook stir-fry and play board games. Which, for the record, I'd be totally down for. Skatebird. Do I really have to explain to you what kind of game this is? Huntdown is a game with really solid-looking pixel art and a lot of big guns that blow things up real big, so I'm probably gonna buy it. Axiom Verge 2. This was a neat surprise. Never played the first one, but if I have the option to just pick up the story here, I just might. Here's hoping that there's a Wii U version, just for shits and giggles. Wanted more beat-em-up stuff? But with guns and Space Harrier? Then play the Takeover when it releases physically through limited run on Nintendo Switch and Steam, you big dummy. It's got the Baz in it. It means it's gotta be good. Look, even the Mr. Mega 64 himself likes it. I'm just saying, you don't buy this game, I'll have to buy it for you. Dusk is a retro throwback shooter I have heard many good things about, and is also proof that people can be nostalgic for graphical styles of any kind, including old looking. For real though, I have really been into these sort of Twitch reflex type games lately, so I might have to check this one out too. Physical Republique, which is really great for the people who actually played Republique. These announcements seem like they're slowing down a little bit. Maybe I should just, curb my expectations for the rest of the show. Or maybe I'll get shut the fuck up because Going Under is getting a physical release. Yes! The most depressingly realistic game and second best story-driven roguelite of 2020 is getting a box all to itself. I talked more about this game in my 6 underrated indie games video, so if you want to learn more about why I'm losing my mind here, then go ahead and give that a watch. I hope the special edition comes with a swamp body pillow. One Step from Eden looks really complicated, but cool, and I have no idea how to end this segment. Ruby Grimm Eclipse looks really anime, and not like something I'd personally care about, honestly, and I have no idea how to end this segment. Retromania Wrestling is a retro throwback wrestling game with approximately infinity different game modes, which makes it look like a really fun and original slobberknocker type game, not made under the whip of the WWE yearly model, so I want to support this as much as possible. Dude, fucking hype. Castlevania, Rondo of Blood, and Symphony of the Night re-releases. It's about damn time. Both of these releases are well overdue. One of the best Metroidvania-style games in the series, and one of the best traditionally linear games in the series. Physical editions on top of that as well, awesome. And a release of Rondo of Blood for the TurboGrafx 16 CD. Do you think some of these limited run releases are based on bets? Contra Legacy Collection. Kind of a weird thing to be one of the last announcements, but I guess they had to announce both of the Konami-related things next to each other, and I'm looking gift horse in the mouth. It's still Contra. Honestly, this has been a great show, but I don't know. Is it winner of E3 material? I don't think so. They'd really have to make the last announcement something special for me to consider giving it that title. I mean, come on. This is a limited run game showcase, and they haven't even announced a single port of a crappy FMV game from the 90s that normal people don't even care about. Wait, no, this can't be. Plumb the depths. What? Fuck. Oh my god. No shitting. Wait.
Fasten your seatbelts, because I'm about to turn this story over to you.
Those crazy bastards actually did it. They went and remastered Plumbers Don't Wear Ties for modern platforms. Considered to be one of the absolute worst video games ever made, and a truly unique piece of the FMV craze of the time, especially on the 3DO. This is completely out of left field, even for this publisher, and I can say with complete honesty and confidence that I am truly excited to finally play this legendary title for myself. So yeah, limited run 1E3, I won't be taking any further questions about this, and if you'll excuse me, I'm going to wait by the door for my collector's edition of Plumbers Don't Wear Ties with the fold-out poster and pre-rewound VHS tape to arrive, while I play with my collection of limited run trading cards.
Man, these things are great. I wish I knew what they were for.